Today's topic is remote worker network performance challenges. Over the years, as we've helped many companies deal with disaster recoveries, one of the first things that we do is help them set up a remote worker solution because oftentimes our IT recovery is much faster than recovering a site that's been damaged with water or wind or what have you. Um, when we set up these remote work solutions, sometimes we see performance issues. Many IT companies might look at the central configurations for the central servers, the firewall at the corporate office, all of that. We found often that it's not those issues, but it's actually the underlying technology that's being used by the remote worker themselves for their ISP connection to the internet. So there's in America two basic forms of connectivity. There is the cable modem from the cable company, and there is DSL. And yes, there are many more, but those are the two primary. Um, in normal situations, they're both great solutions, and I would recommend both. However, when you're dealing with a disaster where many people are sharing a circuit to gain access, especially in a metro area if it's a metro disaster, um, one clearly has an advantage over the other. Cable modems are great, but they're oversubscribed, which means they have a dedicated circuit that has so much throughput, and then they subscribe more people to that circuit than could totally use that circuit and still get maximum bandwidth. So the more people after that, the slower each of those people's connectivity gets. The other challenge is upload speed. Normally not an issue, but if you are at home working and you're doing Zoom and you're doing Microsoft Teams, you have a persistent connection to a database and there's a lot of data going back and forth, that will be an issue because a cable modem has 10, 20, 30 megabits connection, maybe a little bit more in some cases. However, your upload speed is, 3, 4, 500 megabits down to you, and when you only have 10 or 20 or 30 going up, it can slow things down, especially if you're doing a lot of data intense stuff. DSL, typically when you've got a circuit, it is a dedicated circuit. So if you order a 500 megabit circuit, you're going to get really close to 500 megabits. Now there could be a little bit of difference there because of distance from the pot, but overall you're going to have a very consistent speed. In addition, the upload speeds are always much higher, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 megabits. So you're going to have a lot more consistent performance, especially important when you have yourself, your wife, and your kids all at home, either working or doing remote school. Hopefully this gives you an idea of where to start if you're having performance issues with your remote access workers, and give us a call if you need anything. IT Strategies Group has always been a relationship first organization. And that is even more important now that we're talking and dealing with the COVID-19 response. If there is anything we can do to help, we want to help. We know everybody's hurting. We know everybody's having a challenge. So if there's something we can do, if it's an hour or so and we can bring some expertise to the table that may be able to expedite a resolution for you, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. It's 608-467-4431, and we will do the best we can to help you. And if we can't give you some guidance, we'll put you in touch with some folks that can.